Hey everybody, it's your girl, Alicious. I'm back. Okay, so I know my phone hasn't been working for the longest time with my videos, but I'm hoping that this video will work, and if it does, then you'll be watching me rant about hoping my video will work. Oh well. But just so you guys know, I have figured out the name for our family. But we aren't exactly a family, as we are a flock of dragons. Yeah, you guys are all my hatchlings. I love you all. So, dragons are my favorite mythical creature, as you guys should know if you watched my birthday haul video with this little guy. He's hanging from my fan, like I said he would be. You can't really see him, it's a little bit too bright right there. But yeah, so dragons are my favorite mythical creature, and so I figured, hey, why not have our family a flock of dragons? And now this video, so that was all happiness and stuff, but now this video is going to be a paranormal vlog. I have a lot of connection to the paranormal, as I know that some people may think that I am schizophrenic or something, but I am not. Trust me, I am not schizophrenic. Schizophrenia is seeing things and them telling you to do something, and you do it. Like if I was schizophrenic, then they would tell me to kill somebody, and then I would end up doing it. That's what I see schizophrenia as. And somebody in my family is schizophrenic, so I know that I'm not schizophrenic because of her. So yeah, off topic. I sense and sometimes see ghosts, and I am known as a shade seer, and that means that I don't know who they are, I can't tell what they look like, but all I know is that they are there, and I can see that they are there. I can tell if it's a girl or a boy. Normally, the way that I sense it is I feel like, say for example, if there's one in the room right now, I'd be like, okay, I feel women mid-50s, that kind of thing. I can't specify. Sometimes actual numbers will pop into my head whenever I sense one. So boy 23, and then that's what I see into my mind of what they are. And I can't always tell if they are nice or not. If they're a friendly ghost or a ghost looking for vengeance, or I don't know, but I don't know why they aren't passing on. I hope they will at some point in their ghostly lives. But yeah, so some of my friends think that I'm a little bit cuckoo when I tell them this, but it's kind of important because a lot of people do believe in the paranormal, and if you don't, I would suggest just to stop watching this video right now. But yeah, so the first time that I ever can recall seeing a ghost is, I am not sure if this was me freaking out because my cat just died, or if it was actually my cat. So what happened was, almost every time I turned a corner, I would see my cat. His name was Snowball. He was a fluffy, big, white cat. He was really fast. That's why we named him Snowball. He died, and then after that, for about a month after that, every time I turned a corner, I would see Snowball right there, and then I would take a double take, and he would be gone. So that's my first ever encounter with the paranormal that I can remember. And the one that really freaked me out the most is one time, this was about 3 or 4 years ago, so I was maybe 12 or 13, and I was sleeping in my parents' room. I know, childish, whatever. I was sleeping in my parents' room, and I could not fall asleep because I was freaking out, and I was just terrified. I felt like something was watching me, something was there, and that's normally how I feel whenever I sense a ghost. So I looked over, the door was open, so on this side of the room was the door, and then on this side of the room was the window. So I looked over here, and then I saw this guy, he was a dark image, kind of like the shadow of a man, and then he walked over to the other side of the room, to the window, and just stood there with his arm crossed and looked out the window, not doing anything, just standing there, doing absolutely nothing. And then I just kept staring at him, oh my god, is that my imagination? Am I hallucinating? Oh my god, I am And then after a while, I looked back over at the door, and there's this girl. I could tell she had really long hair, like you can't tell, but she was like down to her waist, like where you put your belts. And then she walked over to him, and they started talking, but I couldn't hear them. Like I can't hear them, but for some reason, what popped into my mind was a playground. Like they were talking about a playground. I don't know if that's like where they died, or if like they're like parents and then their son they left their son at the playground, or I don't know. I can't tell what they're saying, but all that I could think of was playground, and that he was like some sort of superior being over her. So I don't know what it was that triggered that, but that's all that happened. And then after about 5 minutes, they stopped talking, she skipped away, then he just faded. Just he was standing there, and then he was gone. Like, that freaked me out so much. I try to sleep as soon as possible. I haven't told my parents that story. I haven't told my brother that story. I haven't told anybody in my family that story. But I've told a few of my friends, and now I am telling you guys, because I would trust you guys a lot, and I'm afraid to tell certain people because they would think I am absolutely crazy, but I am not. I trust me, and that's not just because like crazy people say they're not crazy. Whatever. So yeah, and then like how I found out that I was a shade seer and that I could sense and possibly see ghosts is that my brother's ex-girlfriend, she was a shade seer, and she told me about that too. She told she was talking about stuff like that, and then I told her what happens to me, and she's like, yeah, you can sense and see ghosts, and that totally freaked me out. Like it felt like I was sensing one right then and there, but it was just because of my nerves and like my anxiety that it's like I'm sensing one. Okay, yeah, and that was one thing that really freaked me out, is that now, well, at least now I know what it is, and it's not, because all my life, ever since I started seeing them, I always thought I was just hallucinating, and that's what I always told my friends, is that just to warn you, I hallucinate sometimes, and that really freaks me out. And yeah, and that's what happened at one time at my friend's house. But I always sense them all over the house, everywhere. One time I was talking to my friend about it, and she's seen them too, but she's not really a seer like me. She can't really like see them, but she can sense them. And and that's Amyamya, by the way. She can sense ghosts and that too. But her family has a ghost following them around. She lives in this house. I think she said it was up in Campbellford, or there's Buddy. Hi, Buddy. Sorry, off track. I think she said it was in Campbellford or Colborne or something in here in Ontario, and they always saw this little girl walking around their house. And then when they moved, for some reason, like they just took a picture of her stepmom's hand, and when they took a picture of the hand, it was in the car. In the picture, you can see this little girl sitting there like this, like as if she was ready to come with them. And then at this new house now, she just lives up the road from me. They had been seeing that little girl on her staircases. Like their house is kind of like a weird 5-story house. It's like there's the top, there's the bottom, and it goes like that. It's not like a full thing. It's just kind of layered. And she was in the 3rd floor, and there's a staircase here going up to the 2nd floor, and then up to the 1st floor. And she saw the little girl on the top of the stairs, right there. And then she told her stepmom, and her stepmom said, yeah, your dad's seen that same girl on the staircase for going upstairs. So yeah, that's kind of like weird, because ghosts can haunt you. And like, as I said, Cody's ex-girlfriend, she's haunted by one. Whenever I'm around her, I can sense it. And it kind of freaks me out, because like, anxiety issues. I don't want ghosts to haunt me. It's bad vibe. Whatever. But yeah, so that's the end of my story. If I have more stories, but I'll tell you guys in other videos. And if you like this video, hit the like button, subscribe, join my flock of dragons, and if you want, you can follow me on Twitter, Tumblr, or Instagram. I'll put the links in the description below, and I'll see you guys all next time.